Full fall afternoon in the state of Texas. The roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, it's an intra-division matchup in the AFC South, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Houston Texans. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. They'll start on the ground, ETN. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
On second down, ETN once more. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Lawrence on the sneak. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
That's a ball he needs to let go of there. Wasn't the most time in the world to work through his progression, but NFL quarterbacks, they've got to sense the pressure. They've got that internal clock, and the ball has to be gone. And if you're not going to escape and run for it, you have to let it go before the pressure gets to you and puts you on the ground.
4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a third down. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on third down, Lawrence. And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
So on 4th down, here's Logan Cook to punt for Jacksonville. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Texans will take over. Mills and the Texans now come up with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
They run it again with Chubb. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Now Mills. this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Fielded at the 20. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Now he'll tuck this and run. Loose inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Facing 2nd and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards he needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
Etienne will get it into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0.
Texans nothing.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Play action now, Mills. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Devon Hamilton able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fake.
Working out of the gun, Mills. Got a man. It's Collins complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Titus Howard, right tackle, the man flagged for that one. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. To throw, Mills. Now he's going to step up and run. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Here's Mills. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he will slide to a stop. He does. does have the first down. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. Third down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. And again, it's Chubb. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Looking to throw is Mills. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush.
A good scheme and an early win for this pass rush. They got back there before he could work through his entire progression and ended that play early.
Here's Tommy Townsend now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll look to ETN to start things out. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. M.J. Stewart, mainly known for his pass coverage, this time a sack. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you got someone to tackle him.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston set to take over. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
That tackle by Trayvon Walker. Nice play. He blows that up behind the line of scrimmage.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football. The Texans on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, here's Mills. He'll air this one out for Kirk. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Lawrence going to fire it out wide, complete. Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stopped short of the 30.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On play action, Lawrence. That's caught by Monk. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. Gets around him. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 42 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3-and-out.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 42-yard line. Etienne once more. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. M.J. Stewart made the tackle from his corner spot.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 34. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 23.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Lawrence will throw. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards for number 11.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Back to the ground with Etienne. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Now Lawrence to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Myers. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now Lawrence. And that's complete ETN out of the backfield. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to make it 4th down. A really nice catch, but bottom line, that should have gone for more yardage.
Give him a pass in the flat that allows him to get upfield. There's plenty of distance between him and all the defenders. Actually cost himself some yardage there. Yeah, they got the completion, but it could have been so much more.
And his kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Mills now. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game, 1st and 15. Following the penalty, Chubb. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 46 yards rushing for now to this point. That was huge after being behind the chains on 1st down to make this second very manageable.
Yeah, how much pride do you have in an offense on 1st down to get that kind of yardage? Because it actually opens up your playbook on 2nd down. You can run it, you can throw it, you keep a defense off balance. I like that phrase, stand ahead of the chains, and they're doing exactly that.
First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
He'll complete this one to Collins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
This is where the NFL is headed year by year, partner. A league where just about everyone has someone under center who can get you with their legs as well as their arm. And we've certainly had a nice display of that from both QBs in this game. And that continued with that first down run.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
From the shotgun, it's Mills. Now he's going to and he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. Devon Hamilton. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Third and goal, Mills. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Mills to the sideline, and out now is Kaimi Fairbairn for the Houston field goal try. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. Now that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
It's a gain of
A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Thomas. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
First down, Jacksonville.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And the slot man goes in motion left. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Throw left side complete. That's Washington. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and 3.
But to throw again is Lawrence. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Here's Lawrence to throw. He's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
Cam Little on for the Jaguars field goal.
And we're going to get a timeout
47
with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And his kick is indeed good, and that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit.
64 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they run it well here to start the second half.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 38-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence. The big plays are out there.
Mills can't get away, and down he goes. Trayvon Walker able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
Big yardage there on the scramble and gets him a first down.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Play fake. Mills. Throw left side to Higgins. And the Texans are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Chubb. It's going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Mills. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Andrew Wingard in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Mills to throw it. He'll try and do this himself. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. Able to slither by. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up first and 10 at their own 26. Now ETN to start the drive. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 69 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one. They've done a pretty good job containing him up until this drive, and until that run, there was no containing him at all.
Yeah, you're right about that. He finally popped free. But we didn't have to be in their practice sessions. We didn't have to be in their meeting rooms. They planned for a run like that to happen, maybe a couple of them. But what did they tell their guys all week? You know what they said. Move on to the next play. That one just happened. Let it go.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play.
Johnny Munn, 28 yards. And the Jaguars go up by 2 touchdowns.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now up to 14.
20, Texans 6.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And here comes the Texans now. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting threes, and you're coming back and getting twos, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those sixes on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when we decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the play off in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
So the delay of game penalty backs him up. It's now 2nd and 7. Throwing, Mills. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Mills. That's caught again by Schultz. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Let's just call it as we just saw right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mills. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
They'll run with Chubb. Wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
To throw, Mills. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
Trayvon Walker getting him once again, his third sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Mills to the sideline, and out now is Kaimi Fairbairn for the Houston field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter.
A 24-yard attempt.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
That tackle behind the line made by Will Anderson. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And now another one thrown incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This from 54 yards away. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
Cam Little.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chance. We'll see if they can get the score. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now they'll fake the jet sweep here and throw off play action. They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front. They're prepared for him to try and take off.
2nd and 6. Oh, the motion comes too late, and this is going to be a delay. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
Here's Mills. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 11. Looking to throw is Mills. And that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 26. Lawrence with a quick throw outside. That's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 2. Straight ahead, ETN. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge fourth-quarter stop? 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, an in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
Now Lawrence. Screenplay, here's ETN. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Again, it's Lawrence. Finding room in midfield. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gets him a first down.
Partner, I like to just stay aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
ETN up the middle. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Well, they would have gotten a conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
For the field goal, a 51-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And the complexion of this one has really changed a fair amount. That last field goal makes it a 3-score game, so they need points in a hurry with time dwindling in the fourth quarter. 1st and 10 now for Mills and the Texans at their own 28-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now he'll tuck this and run. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
first down.
And this is a rarity in the NFL, a 100-yard game on the ground for a quarterback. Even as those passers get more athletic and mobile, we only see about 5 of these a season. It takes a special set of circumstances for it to happen, and of course, a special player.
Now he's going to step up and run. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Second down and 3. From the gun, here's Mills. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Mills able to make something out of it and pick up the first down with his legs.
These are running back numbers that he's accumulating right now. Received double-digit carries and has rewarded them by breaking the century mark in rushing, in addition to what he's done through the air. Definitely MVP caliber football we're witnessing.
And they'll try to throw here. Mills. And caught it up. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. From the 36, Mills. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up third down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Mills from the gun on third down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Mills now. And one more time, here's Kirk. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Davis Mills punching it in from a yard away. And the Texans are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. The fourth quarter touchdown there, back to a 2-score game, but time is not their ally.
No, it's not, partner. They still have a pulse, but it's probably a little weak right now. A lot of things have to go right in these final 2 minutes plus for them. I think they have to be thinking onside kick here, and we know how difficult those are to recover.
Texans 16.
Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. The Jaguars back with it on offense. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. Points of contact contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
2nd and 8.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Another tote for ETN. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
3rd down.
Third and 5. Here's Lawrence. That is caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Brian Thomas, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Texans 16.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And now out comes Houston. But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
He's got room past the 30 and all the way up to the 37-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them, and after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Mills. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Now defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Mills to throw for it on 4th. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
From the shotgun, it's Mills. That's complete. It's Collins. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And the Texans are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. So long from Houston.